everyone, welcome to the Roddenberry Memorial Library. We're going to do things a little different this week, and instead of sharing a story with you, I'm going to actually share a really cool science experiment. So I'm sure a lot of you are going to be watching fireworks this weekend or shooting them off at your house or maybe doing sparklers. Sparklers are my favorite. But I'm going to show you how to make fireworks in a glass. Are you interested yet? Okay, first we're gonna need to get our ingredients. Okay, so what you're gonna need is a tall glass or jar, even a drinking glass, but some kind of clear, tall container. I actually got this one at a little dollar store, and it's gonna work really well. You're gonna need room temperature water, enough to fill up your glass, not all the way though. Some kind of oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, peanut oil, does not matter. Food coloring, and then a separate little cup and fork. Okay. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our room temperature water and we're going to fill up our glass about that much. It doesn't need to be filled up all the way, but you do want to fill it up quite a bit. Okay, so you might not can see it, but the water is about here. So it's a little more than 3/4 of the way. All right, so now that we have our room temperature water filled up in our glass, we're gonna go on to the next part. So the next part is we're gonna take some of this oil. Oops. We're gonna take a little bit of our oil and we're just gonna fill up our glass here about halfway. It really doesn't matter how much of the oil you use. You can use a lot, you can use a little. It is up to you. I would just use enough so that it's gonna sit on top of the water. Okay, so I used about that much. You do not have to use a cup. You can use a bowl or something if you have that more available to you. Now, you can use whatever colors that you want with the food coloring. I am going to use red and blue since that looks the most like fireworks to me. I'm going to add some red first. Now, look how it happens when you drop the food coloring in there. Can you see that? It doesn't mix in. Do you see? Usually when you add food coloring to water, it'd mix in and it'd kind of diffuse into the water and then change the water to that color, right? This doesn't do that. Instead, it just makes these cool little droplets. Okay, let's do the blue now. It's just really cool. See that? How cool is that? Okay. Now, we're going to take our fork and we're going to just, you got to be gentle. We're going to gently mix. We're going to gently mix our little food coloring and oil mixture here. All right. So it looks like this. As you can see though, the food coloring still does not mix in with the oil. It still stays separate. And the blue and the red is still separate from each other. Do you see that? All right. Now this is the really, really cool part. This is how we're going to make the fireworks. You ready? What you're going to do is you're going to take your mixture and you're going to just slowly pour it on top here. All right, now, wait just a moment. Here we go. Do you see that? Look, there goes one. Wow, look how pretty. So what's happening is that the oil is less dense than the water. You see how the oil is floating on top of the water like that? But the food coloring is not. So the food coloring is slowly sinking down, just like it did in our cup. It sunk down to the bottom because it's more dense. The food coloring is seeping down through the oil and into the water and diffusing. And that's what's kind of giving us that firework effect, like it's shooting down. We used quite a bit of blue. Let's see what happens if we do this. Just do a couple on top. Let's see what happens. Look, there they are. Ooh, look at our glass. Do you see the red and the blue mixing in there? All right. It's starting to look a lot like nighttime in the glass. Look at that. All right. Now you can use less food coloring and your glass won't get this dark. You can maybe use 4 to 5 drops, you know, of each color so that you don't get like this. You can just put the spoon in here, kind of mixed up a little bit. Now we got this cool, looks like the dark night sky in here. You can't really see it on camera, but there's still a lot of the red coming through that I can see. But like I said, this is a really fun experiment that you can do at home. It's really, really easy, really, really simple. You can go to our YouTube page and check out more craft videos, or check out our Facebook page for other fun story times and this little things like that. I'm going to include another fun 4th of July craft that you can do at home. And don't forget to come visit the library this week and get your very own take and make craft that you can do at home. And don't forget to watch our live story times on Facebook Live Wednesdays at 10:30. All right, everyone. Have a good week.